Alright, what is going on, guys? Ali here, back again with another Sword Art Online review video for you guys today for Alicization, War of Underworld, Part 2, episode, I believe it's 21, and I believe it's called Beyond Time, and I gotta say, right off the bat, very much enjoyed it, loved that, majority of it is just pretty much the real world and everything and whatnot, although I'm genuinely going to miss Underworld. After the season, I'm genuinely going to miss Alicization, that all the characters that were introduced that I just came to know and love. I'm genuinely gonna be very bummed out. It's been a long time since I was going to probably feel this way with a series in general, with an anime series in general. It's been a very long time. And it's gonna be a bummer, but you know what? Things gotta end. Things gotta move on. Things gotta move forward and whatnot. And this episode, I thoroughly enjoyed that. We're getting some action in the actual real world with Mr. Kiku, the lieutenant, and everything, and Higa going down there to try and disengage the STL for Asuna and Kirito and everything, and just seeing that whole thing where they the enemy was lost their captain and the vice captain, which was just that entire scene. I'll talk about that later, because that's probably probably my favorite scene of the entire episode, when the captain, when Miller was just that is some serious horrifying like a horror movie type of thing that it creeped me out. My hairs were standing on end when I was watching that. It was obviously that's where in the episode the budget went into making it as horrifying as it was, and that was just, it was insane. But the rest of the show, or the episode, it was pretty much them, the acceleration, time acceleration was happening. And they're just going down there to try and disengage the STLs as fast as they can and whatnot. So that's pretty much what the episode is. And so the captain and vice captain, their people, the enemy, decides to try to blow up the engine room because they know that they have Alice and everything. And kudos to Mr. Kiku, man, the lieutenant dude. He knows that he feels horrible for what he did and stuff, so he decides to be kind of Higa's shield, to protect him while he's trying to disengage the STLs and everything. So really kudos to Kiku and everything. But he got hit, which I was surprised about. I didn't see him get hit or whatever, but he did a good job hiding it from Higa, So that whole thing, I thought he was gonna die, sacrifice himself and sacrificial pawn to help redeem himself for what he did with creating this whole underworld, and then wanting at first he said that he was going to just wipe it out later or something, just wipe out the entire underworld later or something like that. But now you see that he has a change of heart, which is really nice and everything, and it looks like he's just sacrificing himself to where Rinko is in the room, and they notice that there's an actual time bomb in the engine room for because the enemies put it there, because since they can't retrieve Alice because they already have it, they decide they're going to destroy it, and in the meantime they're escaping, so and everything. And then one of I believe he's just a side character, side agent or whatever, and he's you know what, I'll go in there and I'll take it out myself and everything. And it was it looked like a boiler room, and it was steaming and everything, so he's it's just gonna be a sauna or something. So he's gonna go in there, and somebody stayed behind, which was weird. I don't know why he would do that, but he did, I guess. And then Kiku comes out of nowhere. Well, first of all, Niemon, right, which is the giant machine android robot or whatever. I had no idea that Akihiko was gonna show up. That was out of nowhere to me. I was what the hell's going on? Because at first when the eyes glowed, I was wait, is that Alice? That can't be Alice, because Rinko has her Fluctlight itself, right? So who the hell booted that shit up? And I was that better not be Yu-Gi-Oh again. Like, that'd be ridiculous. Like, that wouldn't make sense. But then, like, Akiko said, or Rinko's like, is that you, Akiko? And then I'm like, what? Like, I was so, like, baffled. Like, he was hiding, like, his memory or his mind, like, virtually in the ocean turtle or something. I don't know, man. This, like, it kind of makes sense though, because he pretty much downloaded himself, like, into the virtual world or onto, like, the internet or whatever. So, like, he pretty much did that. So it kind of makes sense that he would still be around or something, but I don't think he's around anymore. And then, like, using Niemon, he controlled it to get through, and then Kiko comes up behind, boom, shoots the dude, and I'm like, Kiko's my dude, man. Like, he's redeeming himself. But in terms of Akihiko, regardless of what he was doing in this episode, being, like, trying to be all, like, you know, sentimental with Rinko, and, like, I felt for Rinko, right? That, like, he or she was the only thing that was keeping him connected to the real world, and, like, you know, like a sentimental speech by him, and then him somewhat kind of, like, sacrificing himself, and, like, he shuts down, and then Rinko's like, aren't you the Black Swordsman's greatest rival? Like, show them that you can pull off a miracle too, just like how Kirito did in the first season and everything, which was just awesome. And just, like, he started a reboot again, which was pretty cool and everything, and, like, he took the detonator off of the bomb and whatnot. And, like, even though you see him, say, in season 2, or you don't see him in season 2, but you find out that, like, everything that was happening with, like, Yuki and her friends, and, like, the actual, like, system or, like, equipment and stuff was actually, like, from Kaiba, with all the machinery for, like seeing if the virtual virtual reality and such and stuff like that could help with, like medical, like, operations and things like that, like, and that was from Kaiba, like, that, which was already surprising. And then in this episode, he's, like, sacrificing himself to save everybody on the ocean turtle, which I was rooting for, like, the people on the ocean turtle to be saved, not necessarily Akihiko, because for me personally, regardless of what he did in, like, this episode, pretty much sacrificing himself or the machine or whatever, and hearing about what stuff he was doing in the medical field and such from season 2 with Yuki and her friends and such, I still, like, I can't come to like the guy. I can't, like, for what all of the things that he has done to people, even though he probably forgot along the way that why he did these things. I can't be excited to see him again, and for him to, like, save everybody on the ocean turtle. Like, I was happy and excited that the people on the ocean turtle were saved and everything, but Kaiba as a character, I just cannot root for. Like, regardless, like, the amount of things that he would have to do to redeem himself, for me, is very high. Like, you know, like, I liked him as a villain, obviously, like, he was fantastic and everything, but somebody who's redeemable, he needed to do a lot more than what he was shown to be doing. For me, this is just for me personally. You guys don't have to, if you don't want to, you don't have to agree with me or anything. But for me personally, Kaiba, he needs to do a lot more. Like, that's all I can say. He needs to do a lot more, even though it was a great deal for him to save everybody on the ocean turtle, including Rinko and everything. So, in that sense, that was pretty great, and I liked that a lot. But in terms of Kaiba coming back and trying to save people, like they tried to make it seem like he was being redeemed, I don't think he's redeemed even close yet. I just don't. But That's just me. Anyways, that whole scene was just awesome. And then for some reason, the Niemon at the end was disappeared. Like it wasn't in the engine room or whatever. So I'm like, where the hell did it go? Like, and oh my gosh, and then at the end, but like, first of all, got all that stuff out of the way. Let's talk about Miller and what happened with him. Like, he thinks that he woke up, and then he turns around and sees his dead body. Obviously, what happened in the underworld, like, being cut in half, like, constantly being cut in half and everything like that, like, since there's no parameter of, like, obviously, like, danger and, or, not danger, but, like, pain and stuff, like, you're really gonna feel it. Him being sliced so in half and things like that, like, him being killed in the underworld, obviously it would like F him up in the real world, and like so much so that he's dead. Like, oh my gosh. And then the scene with Alicia coming out, like, I'm like, oh, I'm like, Miller, you gonna learn today. Like that, oh, that was horrifying. Like, you see her, and then he's standing there like he's smiling or something. Like, he genuinely feels like he did nothing wrong to her. Like, you would think somebody who sees somebody that they killed, they would be like, I'm sorry, or they, some sort of apologetic type of, like, vibe. But Miller was just like, oh, you're here, so this is where you were. And the woman's like, and then Alicia's probably thinking in her head, you're like, bitch, yeah, of course I'm here, because you put me here, you little shit. Like, seriously, that was horrifying, when you're not even seeing her face, and then he tries to grab her hand or something, but then she just grabs his fist, or his wrist, and then he's like, hey, it's cold, let go of me. And then she's like, no, I'm not letting you go, I'm never letting you go. And then she's dragging him down. Oh my gosh, the entirety of that was just horrifying. And then seeing Visago's body, like, his body, like, in real life aged like that much. Like, he actually looks like a tree stump now, like his ugly ass wrinkles and all that shit. Visago on the side, that was like horrifying. Seeing those two dead bodies was just horrifying. It's like out of a horror movie. Like, it was scary and everything. So that whole thing was pretty, like, creepy and everything. And seeing him dragged down by Alicia, like, you're coming with me, bro. Like, that was horrifying. But, like, it seems like Alicia's going down to hell with him, like, dragging him to hell, but she didn't even do anything, like, bad or wrong or anything, so why would she go to hell in general? But, you know, that's whatever. Like, she'd rather go down to hell and drag him down there than actually go to a better place. I mean, shit, man. Like, again, that was horrifying, and the animation of it was amazing. And the sound design is just fantastic in the episode and everything. And, like, whoo, that was some scary stuff. Like, I would never want to go through that. Like, seeing that, like, he thinks he's awake, and then he looks to the side, and there's his actual body, like, his dead-ass body. And then you see Visago's dead-ass body. Like, you had come to a realization that, like, oh, shit, I'm dead. And then seeing the first girl, or the first person that you actually killed, who was supposedly your best friend or whatever, and like that sent him on like a path of a psychopath or a serial killer, and like her grabbing it was just good. That whole thing was so amazing. But that whole thing with Miller and Alicia and everything that happened with them being dead and everything was pretty crazy and like horrifying, awesome stuff. And then you got like whatever happened with Kaiba and everything, with Rinko and everything, that he sacrificed himself, and like that was like it looked pretty cool and everything, but I still can't forgive him like at all for what like he did to so many people and everything. So like, but again, like, it was still awesome to see like him come back like out of nowhere, and then he goes and tries to save everybody at the Ocean Turtle by going in the engine room, taking that bomb off, and then like all of a sudden, for some reason, Niemon, the actual android, is gone. Like, it disappeared. Like, all of like a bunch of people went back down there to see how the engine room is going when Rinko sent them, and they're like, it's gone. Like, what's going on? And then like at the end, like after all this happened, you know, after the credits and everything, you see the end credits, not necessarily end credits, but it's like just an entire scene with just Asuna and Kirito and everything. Well, first of all, even before that, when the enemy actually escaped through the submarine, there's only two bodies, like Brig and is Brig Visago? I don't remember, but Brig and Miller, they had their bodies, and then but there was supposed to be a third body or something. Like that was like what's going on? I don't know. I think next episode is gonna show us like what happened there, but whatever. But anyways, even like after that, after the credits and everything, the end credits or like the actual scene of just Austin and Kirito together and everything. Please, to the animators or directors, what are you trying to do to us fans who want to see a quick smooch, a reunion smooch with Kirito and Asuna? What are you trying to do to us? We all want to see that shit. Like, we all want to see an adorable kissing reunion between those two, but you're not giving it to us. What are you trying to do to us? Seriously, come... I'm okay. We're probably going to get it next episode, or probably the finale or something. I don't know. We better freaking get it, because I just want to see some adorableness like type of reunion. Obviously, we saw some adorableness, but I want to see it like an adorable kissing reunion between them. And like just seeing them being like, 200 years, 1,000 years, it's nothing. Like Austin's talking to Kirito saying like, it's nothing when I'm with you. Like it's not even gonna be, it's not even gonna feel long at all when I'm with you, and it's so cute. And then he has the fairy wings, and she has her like giant feathered wings, like angel wings and everything, holding hands and everything. Like it was so cute. It was so cute. And then they flew off, and then like Kirito saying like this world was just created, just born. So like it seems like they're gonna do a lot of stuff before they're taken out of the STLs and such. And Kirito or Asuna has some like really good moments of like her speech talking about how like as long as we keep all these memories of Alice, of Lisbeth, of Silica, of Agil, of Klein, of everyone, we're gonna be fine and everything, because 200 years, obviously, it's almost triple of the actual human lifespan and whatnot. So like the memories of a soul, of like a human soul and everything. So that's gonna be it's gonna be nice seeing them like come back out of the STO with like a reunion of like 200 years of like living, which is it's gonna be crazy. So I'm excited to see next episode because it's called Alice. It's gonna be all about Alice, and I'm excited about it. That's gonna be so great. And I'm excited for next episode. Anyways, guys, what do you think about this episode? Oh, first of all, before I end like the video, I also am going to post another video about like Kirito, the girls, and why I don't really consider it necessarily SAO, necessarily a harem and whatnot. I recorded it like I think 2 weeks ago or something. So, but I'm still like editing it and whatnot. So. I hope you guys are excited for that, and it's just going to be a fun video, just me talking about like Kirito, why I like him as a character, as an MC, and all the girls, and why they like him and everything, and they're not actually in love with him anymore and stuff like that. It's going to be a nice lengthy video and everything, and again, I'm going to be excited about it, and I'm happy about it and everything. So I hope you guys are excited and look forward to that video and everything. But yeah. Anyways, if you like this video, leave a like. If you liked anything I had to say, leave a like. If you liked the episode itself, leave a like. Anything I had to say and everything. Comment down below your thoughts about what I said, your thoughts about the episode in general and stuff. And subscribe to the channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and discussion videos and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay sassy, but most important, everybody, gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I will see y'all later in the next video. Peace out. May the force be with you always. And plus, ultra, and latom, and man, next episode all about Alice. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for it.